Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the LAN Party Podcast. Today is
Tuesday,
September 3rd.
the 3rd of September.
Indeed it is.
September the 3rd.
Deterred.
September 3. Yes, it's the LAN Party. Nick won't be here today, but we still have the usual crew. The talkative one, the semi-talkative one, and Nate.
Yep. The usual crew.
Nate just looks up from his phone. Yep. Looks right back at it. I don't know what all. I feel like something big happened the past week in the gaming industry, but I do not remember what.
Yeah, I don't know either. I'm really not sure.
Oh, I meant to ask, Nate, did you and Tyler, get on Sea of Thieves and actually get the rest of the Spartan ship set?
Forgot.
Did you?
No.
You literally, all you had to do was log in, get on a ship, and leave.
Yeah, I just didn't care enough.
2 minutes. You cared enough to comment on it the other day.
Well, it's because I thought I didn't get it for watching the stream, but I did.
Okay, it was even easier to get this time.
Yeah, I just forgot.
Well,
I have no good excuse. I just fucking forgot.
I was just gonna be upset if I didn't get it and I actually tried, but this time I didn't even try because I didn't really care.
You literally, it 2 minutes. Is all it would have taken.
I don't want the whole Spartan stuff.
It's 2 minutes.
I don't.
That's all it took.
It's stupid.
It's not.
Halo doesn't belong in Sea of Thieves. They're two completely different things. I don't want a Spartan on the front of my ship. That's dumb.
You're dumb.
It's stylized.
Doesn't even make sense.
It makes perfect sense. It fits the Sea of Thieves universe. The way they incorporated it into the game.
Halo Spartans in the Sea of Thieves universe.
They're not Halo Spartans. It is a set inspired by Halo Spartans, but it's still built. It still fits the Sea of Thieves aesthetic. You're such a twat.
I don't like it.
Yet you voted for the Spartan cannons the other night when we sailed.
Well, I didn't like the Spartan cannons, but everybody else voted, so it didn't matter.
Wait,
I thought
my
you said
vote
you liked
also
it.
vote. I didn't vote. My vote was gonna be the other cannons, but when you voted with the Spartan cannons, I'm like, well, my vote doesn't matter then because
Yeah, I was
majority
pretty sure,
rules.
I'm pretty sure you said, yeah, I'll take those. Those look good.
Nate's a compulsive liar. That's what it is. He can't tell the truth. Can you, Nate?
Nope.
See, that was a lie.
Was it a lie? Can you tell the truth? No, that's a lie.
Exactly.
Then would that make that the truth?
I don't know. But then he would be not telling a lie.
That would be lying.
So yeah, you were able to get the Spartan ship set until September 1st. Tweedledee and Tweedledum here both completely forgot or didn't care like a stupid bitch.
I don't understand. Why do you like it? It's so stupid. I can't get over it.
It's not.
It is.
It's not.
It's got the UNSC logo on the...
The hull looks
the
good,
anchor.
first of all.
It's got a Spartan as a figurehead. It just doesn't make sense. I just don't like it.
The hull is fine. I think it's cool. I like that they made, a nod to Halo in such a way. Regardless of Nate's stupid nonsense.
Regrets.
No
regrets.
I did see a post today on Twitter. Don't know how much legitimacy there is to this. Apparently Rare did a Q&A. And in that Q&A, we learned that Sea of Thieves in the future will be receiving a new instrument, and I don't know if that is the now confirmed banjo or not. I hope it's not. I hope it's the fiddle. Please be the fiddle.
Yeah, let's get the banjo, let's get the fiddle, and then we'll get an upright bass.
Well, I think the upright bass is probably a bit of a stretch.
Yeah, we get a banjo, we get a fiddle, we get an upright bass, and then we can start a folk band.
But
With a concertina.
we'd be getting new instrument, and again, it is unknown whether or not this is the banjo or something else. A Riddle Voyage rework, so I would assume voyages that involve riddles will function in a new manner. Then I keep hearing this. Ship names.
Ship names? Are we gonna finally be able to use the plaques?
I don't know. I've been hearing we were gonna get ship names for like since the game launched.
Yeah, forever.
This is the intriguing part, and I don't take this with a grain of salt because it's very vague. New weapons. Now I don't know if that means
New weapons, or like new weapons
new skins. I would imagine based off of new weapons, it would be new weapon types.
Would it be like more variants on the sword? Cause
I would be so happy to see like a hatchet.
Yeah, or like a massive honking like two-handed sword.
And maybe the hatchet has like a secondary thing where you can chop harpoons off of ships with it. Like you walk up to the harpoon and you hit it with your axe, and it breaks the rope.
Or where this area is that you were hitting.
Yeah.
You might be able to damage ship components like that too.
Chop down people's fucking masts.
Yeah, you just like ignore the crew, go for the mast, and everybody jumps over on the boat, and they're all see 4 people huddled around the mast.
Fucking mast starts going timber.
That'd be pretty funny.
And then new shanty or shanties.
Ooh, I like that.
Here is the thing that worries me about that comment. I have heard from many a source, one of which is rare, that with the current framework for music, it's very difficult to add new shanties to the lineup.
It'd be really cool if you pull out an instrument, you could have a radio menu pop up to where you can select which shanty you want to play.
Yeah, I think their concern with that is while you can still have 2 shanties playing at the same time, you have to be far enough away that you can't hear the music. And I think like if we were standing right next to each other, like you, me, and Nate would be like, I want to play Bosun Bill, and I want to play Becalmed, and you want to play Summon the Megalodon, and we all 3 play that. I think that's where some of their problem lies, because we're all right next to each other and the audio is initializing on top of one another. I'm not sure.
I mean, that would be funny as fuck.
It would be, but I'm just...
Maybe you could like program it to where it would be independent of each other whenever you open up the radio menu. Now whenever you start playing, it's independent of whatever, but if you don't have the radio menu open, you join or start a random shanty.
I'm interested to see how they end up working that out. Here's the Q&A right here.
Because, we have a lot of shanties right now, so it'd be like, skip, 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 skip. The one I want, skip. Oh, fuck.
Questions were answered by Joe Neat, the executive producer, Mike Chapman, design director, and Ryan Stevenson, art director. Future updates. Will we ever get a roadmap like we did last year? Joe Neat says we have no plans for this. We've moved to monthly updates, and our plan is generally going to be talking about what is coming next in detail with some teases and glimpses of what is to come beyond that. Sharing a roadmap puts pressure on the development team when we have a clear focus to build a sustainable working environment whilst also delivering awesome content every month. To do that, we need flexibility. I really like the new monthly rhythm, and it feels like we're getting onto our stride. The next few months have some super exciting content, but I like to have some surprises. That's if James hasn't leaked them all, because the Rare devs have a really bad problem of leaking stuff by accident. Apparently so we're getting fire. I don't necessarily know what fire means. It's very vague. I just know we're getting fire. They said it.
Another thing to fucking deal with.
they said it on a dev stream. They were playing like their weekly stream, and somebody's like, well, what kind of new stuff? And like, have you guys worked on any new mechanics? And the guy's like, well, we got fire coming, don't we? And then the guy who was sitting next to him reading the chat got real quiet, and he's like, have we announced that yet? And he's just like, oh no. He realized it as soon as the guy's like, have we announced that? So yeah, we're getting fire. I don't know if that means like fire damage to ships or
that could be super annoying because I mean, think about it. You go into the storm, you're fighting a ship, and all of a sudden you get grabbed by the Kraken, and you're dealing with the other ship. You're dealing with the Kraken, and all of a sudden lightning starts striking your boat, and there's fires erupting in random spots.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh fuck.
Question: the first year and a half for the game, you focused the content a lot to the general public of the game. With this, you made the game a lot easier, including reaching to Pirate Legend. Do you have plans to make Pirate Legends something to fear on the seas again, including new content for Pirate Legends as well? Short answer, yes. I mentioned previously in a Tall Tales Q&A that we're looking to unlock the value from all the mechanics added in the Tall Tales as part of new refreshed voyages. So absolutely, Pirate Legends will see new voyages in the future that benefit from this. Perhaps even a reason to return to the shores of gold is one of the first. That is one thing that I definitely think should be a thing. That's my biggest gripe with being a Pirate Legend and Athena's Fortune voyages. They are just more of the same.
Yeah, and they take forever to do.
If they adopted a new voyage system for Pirate Legends, like a Tall Tale, like similar to that, I would be okay with the amount of time it took because I would be more engaged with something different.
Yeah, because it would be different instead of being like, okay, go and collect these chests, okay, go and kill these pirates, okay, go and pretend to get this cargo.
Yeah, it's just that's my biggest gripe with the Pirate Legend voyages because they're so dry.
Yeah.
It's not new. Like, there's no incentive to do them other than to raise your Athena rep because you've already done all of them before. It's not like, ooh, Pirate Legends get new special voyages. It's more of the same. What else do we have? What happened to random ship emerging skeleton encounters in terms of returning? Okay, so they're not gone.
Well, I mean, more of those, less the Kraken, please.
I would honestly, I would not ask them for more of those. I would just let them put them in because when you say more, they're going to give you too much more like they did with Kraken difficulty.
I mean, less Kraken, more of that shit. Because, I mean, like, the skeleton ships, though they can be annoying, especially if you're running undermanned, but they're way more engaging, I think, because it's ship-to-ship combat.
Well, my biggest problem with emergent encounters, and this is any emergent encounter, and everybody in this room can attest to this, is how often they are. Like, we always joke on stream whenever we see the Megalodon. Oh, look, it's the super and rare mythical Megalodon of legends that's been spoken about from generation to generation as some sea beast that no sailor has ever lived to tell the tale. Oh, look, it's here again.
For the third time tonight.
And again. For the 17th time. Look at that. It's the Megalodon. Oh my. It's not scary anymore.
It's just like, oh, there's a Meg.
It's more annoying than anything. This person says, will we soon be seeing more additions to the Pirate Legend aspect of the game and more Legend-exclusive cosmetics? Those of us who are Legends have been eager for more things to see, do, and earn that are designed specifically for the most highly engaged part of the player base. I always think back to the things Mike would say about Pirate Legends content around launch and get sad that none of it has come to the game yet. Mike says, yes. Again, short answer. Some of the work we want to do relates to voyages. Some of it is new systems work. We have some exciting plans here, but too early to share more. But what I will say is that we absolutely want to enrich the game for Pirate Legends. While we've spent the time up till I think that's supposed to be up till now, but it says up till no. KNOW. While we've spent the time up till now deliberately expanding the game for all players, we do want to provide new progression options for our Pirate Legends. Oh, interesting.
Ooh.
So here's the question on shanties. Will there be new shanties soon? I've been enjoying the ones we have right now so much and would really love to see some more. Mike Chapman says, agreed. There will be more shanties in the future, including a new one relatively soon that ties into a track we released very recently, as it will have some emotional importance in the next set of Tall Tales.
Nice.
I don't know what piece that is, but I'd be happy to see it. Somebody asked if there was a more diverse wildlife species, or will you introduce more diverse wildlife species into the land or sky or seas? Nothing on the roadmap, but new island for new island animals. But if we were to add them, we would probably make them meaningful for the player to interact with. Always loved adding life to the world and fun adventures you can have with them. Yeah, blah 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 blah. Did we talk about the creator crew yet?
What? Nope. I don't think so.
Okay, so this actually focuses on the creator crew, and I kind of want to talk about what we know so far. So during last week's developer update, Joe Neate announced the plans for the creator crew, and that is essentially a group, and it's a program built and focused on content creators, whether that be for YouTube, streamers, artists, whatever. You're creating content based around Sea of Thieves, they want to help. So you join the creator crew and you'll get, access to all these tutorials and videos and guides on how to better yourself in your designated creator field. How to make your streams more professional or how to edit your videos in a certain way or blah, 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 blah. And once you stream or do enough stuff with the creator crew, you'll gain access to special cosmetics in the game and this and that and the other. And they have like a beginner's package that essentially, like, when you join it, you get access to all these things that help you take your beginner content and step it up. And then they have like already prevalent streamers and content creators will be able to access all this content at a reason. And I think that's really cool.
Yeah, that's super neat.
There's not really any game I've seen that supports the community in a way like that. Forza Horizon 4 sort of does with their Mixer thing, where like if you stream on Mixer, you level up your Mixer skill in Forza Horizon 4, but that's it. I've not really seen a game that really supports the streaming or creator base nearly that much. But I do think again, this is why Rare needs to be the example for every game developer and publisher out there.
For live service games, yeah, for sure.
Like every
they're so transparent about everything. They're really good to the community.
Yeah.
They're really helpful. All that good stuff.
They're just every online game company needs to take notes from Rare. Like, there's a lot you could learn from them.
What do you think, Nate?
How many times have we talked about how great Rare is on the podcast?
Well, they are.
I mean, it's like whenever we used to like go on like 30-minute long or longer tangents on like War Thunder,
and how shitty all the other planes were compared to Russian planes,
or just like how fun in general you can have with that game.
Yeah, until they definitely did make it pay to win.
Yeah, R.I.P. R.I.P. War Thunder.
But so that's kind of what the creator crew is about, and the reason I talked about all that is because this next question in the Q&A was about creator crew, and it says, will the creator crew include all types of creators, YouTubers, cosplayers, prop makers, artists, social media fan pages, musicians, etc., or will it just focus on streamers? And they say, we absolutely intend for the creator crew to support all types of content creators. But in its initial launch, it's focused on video. We have some work to do to enable support for creators of other types. which we will be working on as soon as we launch. Totally understand the question. We love all the creativity amongst the community and would like to support as much of it as possible.
Neat.
So, I'll be in that because I stream
Hooray!
on the
And
T-Witch.
They're going to be like, you have to be affiliated.
I really hope not. Probably, but I hope not. Have you ever thought about adding a moving island to Sea of Thieves?
Ooh, that'd be neat.
Something like a big whale or a giant turtle that roams the shroud, visits one of the 3 main seas for a short while before disappearing into the depths again.
That'd be super neat.
That's a really cool idea. And the answer was yes, we did. Early in the prototype, we had reefs that were submerged under the water that players needed to avoid. When we moved to the Unreal Engine, the fidelity of the water made it hard to see under such choppy waves, hence the move for more sea rocks. We did discuss making reefs more animal-based, rocky shell but a soft underbelly. Ultimately, it might have been a step too far, and I think the balance of sea rocks plus the potential for fog is a nice amount of threat to the sea.
Oh.
Give us Giant Sea Turtle Island.
Yes, please.
Think all us Pirate Legends would like to know when's that banjo content in the Pirate Legend Awesome area going to be implemented into the Sea of Thieves. Wow, people need to
Where's the
fix.
goddamn banjo?
And the answer was, if you were to look at some of the screenshots from Gamescom, you might get a glimpse of a certain musical item. We appeared to have a leaky ship last week. Could setting bounties on other players work? We have some exciting thoughts here. In fact, there are small clues in the build right now and more coming soon. Hopefully you'll look back in the future and see the foreshadowing.
It might be one of those things where you just will never notice
Bounties
until it
on
happens.
Cruise?
You're like, oh, what'd you say?
You mean all the wanted posters and stuff throughout the game?
No, well maybe, but this is actually like recent builds have added some foreshadowing to this.
Oh, recent ones.
What do you guys think the foreshadowing is?
I don't know. Now I really want to know. God damn it,
Time to
Rare.
do some investigatory work.
Like we're at an island and some crew's just coming over to sing. It's like, guys, we don't have anything on board. We're not even going for loot.
We're investigating.
We're hunting for clues. God, that's...
We need to dress up as a bunch of detectives. We need to dress up like a bunch of detectives.
Being able to add bounties on other players.
That'd be neat. This fucking asshole keeps fucking sinking me.
How would that work, though? Here's what, like...
Maybe in the Ferry of the Damned you could...
Yeah, but my concern is how would people know that that player has a bounty?
I don't know how well it's going to work.
Like maybe like there's a last known location, like when you put the bounty on the person's head,
Yeah,
like
puts a waypoint on the map.
it puts a
where they used to
waypoint on
be.
the map where they were when that bounty was on their head, and that's all that you get.
Mhm.
And then when you fight them in the world, maybe their name has an icon next to it that just shows that they've got a bounty.
Yeah, like they've got like a money bag next to it.
Because I can't imagine, like, I don't think Rare would want to make it so that you could pay money to see a person's location on the map at all times. Like, that seems too far.
Yeah, because then you just go to Duke and be like, hey, I want some money.
Welcome to the stream, Next Gen. Sorry I missed the message. Fortunately, I think I was only a minute late.
Well,
Yeah.
It's 2 minutes to him.
The concept, though, of bounties is definitely neat. That's very intriguing. Very intriguing. We could actually become a bounty hunter crew. We could become mercenaries.
I feel like we'd be
Yeah.
the ones with the bounty on our heads.
Yeah, probably.
No. We would go collect all the bounties, and then the people that we collect the bounties from would put bounties on our heads.
Yeah, probably.
What happens if you sink with a bounty on your head? I guess it's probably nothing, really. The
Yeah,
money's
except
going to
it
come
leaves-
out of the bounty
Except it
hunters.
leaves the server.
Maybe it's not like server wide whenever you kill somebody, but you can go into the tavern on an outpost, and there'll be a wanted poster, and then you can activate a wanted poster, and then it puts a waypoint where they are on the map as soon as you activate the poster.
They're right outside.
Oh,
damn
fuck.
it.
Like you activate the poster, and then it puts a one waypoint where they are whenever you activate that post, and a direction that their ship is pointed.
This is a neat feature. We've mentioned wanting bounties in the game previously, haven't we? It was a little different, though. It was based on ships sunk. Like, it was based on the amount of times that you sank ships or killed other players. Like, it would increase your bounty for your crew, and then when your bounty's high enough, you know, blah, 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 blah. But this is a very interesting concept.
And what happens if you place a bounty and then somebody else, you know, fulfills your contract? Do you get paid as well? Is it like you get like half the amount or equal amount as the other person does? Do both people get money, or do you pay the guy to do it?
You probably pay the guy to do it. Like, I figured that's how bounties worked. Like, you put up this much money for somebody's death, and when that person's killed, the person that killed them gets the bounty. Like, they get the money you put up to have that person
and how
eliminated.
long do the contracts hang out before they time
That's
out?
another one. How long? I wonder if it's for the duration of the session that crew is in.
Maybe. As long as you're in the session, if somebody put a bounty on you, you can do that. Maybe if you find out you have a bounty on you, you could like go to Duke and pay it off.
Yeah. Are there any plans to do... Okay, this is a good one. Are there any plans to do events that change the outcome based on the player actions all over the world? Like, stop the Dark Ritual by bringing back Dark Relics. Players deliver enough, Ritual stopped. If not, Ritual goes on and something happens. It's kind of like an RPG. Yes, we've talked about so many ideas like this. I like this approach. In fact, players' help with the Dark Relics has already set in motion a course of events you'll see start to pay off in October and November.
Neat.
You know, October seems like a perfect month for Dark Relics to have an effect.
Yeah.
Whether negative or positive. Any plans... See, this is where that one gets kind of vague. Any plans for new weapons being added in the future? Yes.
Thanks. Cool. So we don't know if that means skins or actual weapons.
No, because the question wasn't clear, and the answer was yes.
Yeah. Any plans for new weapons? Yeah. Neat.
Oh, okay.
You technically answered my question.
I have a feeling that person meant weapon types. I don't think that's what the answer is referring to, though.
Who knows? I guess we'll find out. But what kind of weapons do you think they will add? Because we already have a pistol, we already have a sniper rifle, a shotgun, and a sword.
Again, I think
an axe.
An axe would be cool. I think grenades would be cool too, like old school little fuse grenades where you light it and you chuck it over the, like Pirates of the Caribbean grenades.
Yeah, like little bombs, little
Yeah.
handheld bombs. That'd be cool.
Those would be freaking awesome. With different effects too, like you could have like a smoke screen one where you chuck it and it emits a bunch of
The
smoke
smoke
on the
bomb.
deck, and it masks like player badges or whatever, so you can't see their badges.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Listen, Rare.
This is some good stuff. And if we're getting fire, some fire
Exactly, fire bombs. See, we need to go to England, the UK, and become developers with Rare. We need to join the team.
Yeah, we got ideas, bro.
Yeah. It's
But
like
an axe would be really cool because like you can like use it to detach harpoons that are attached to you, and you can also use them to like not just as weapons but also to like damage ship components.
Yeah.
Like you can
chop off the anchor handles or whatever.
Yeah, chop off the capstan anchors or damage the wheel.
Chop down the mast.
That's what we were
Just
saying
takes a
earlier.
while.
Yeah, you just
At the
all
end of it-
four people jump on the boat and they ignore all the players. They just
You
start
chuck-
chopping down the mast.
You chuck a smoke bomb onto the ship. This is, provided we had smoke bombs. You chuck a smoke bomb on the ship, the whole crew's blinded, and they just hear... They're like, guys, they're hacking the masts!
They should all dress up in like plaid shirts and stuff and talk like Canadians.
Oh, this looks like a big log, eh?
Oh, she's coming down now, eh?
Hey, Timber, watch out. Watch out.
The enemy
Watch
crew,
out.
the enemy crew's like, oh no, it's the Canadians.
Oh, sorry about your ship, eh?
Oh, we just wanted to borrow some of your loot, eh? It's all, fun and games, don't you know?
You can use it to like knock the planks off the repaired holes in the ship.
Oh, yeah, that'd be neat.
Yeah. Or like something like that you can, or I think they should make that with this a functionality with the sword, because the sword seems like more of a tool that you would use to pry stuff, like jam the sword into the plank and pull it off.
Or maybe they have a hammer.
Maybe. I wouldn't want to do that with my sword.
Yeah, that's
well,
true.
but I mean,
you could definitely do that with an axe. Just stick the
Yeah.
corner of the axe on there.
You just gotta hack at it.
Yeah, that too.
Just gotta put a hole in the wood.
That's
Yeah.
true.
if ship naming and ownership does happen, have you considered using the commendation system as a reward and unlock system for more prestigious names you can select from?
Or how about
The
you
answer
just
to that question was
name your ship?
yes. But yeah, I agree. I
That
think
was a lot of words for a yes answer.
I feel like the wrong way to approach the naming of his ship is to create a list of predetermined names.
Yeah, you should be able to have a custom generated name,
but with
or wait,
restrictions, because I'm sure they don't want to have a bunch of profanity flooding the
Well,
names of the
yeah, I
ship,
mean,
like
they
the
just use
SS bitch fucker whatever,
The SS titty tugboat.
the titty tugboat.
I mean, I'm sure they use the same profanity filter they use for the chat.
But
So you have the SS star 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 star.
yeah. Well, then you'd still be able to do fuck off though.
Yeah, but I mean censored.
Is that Nick? I'll be back.
Okay. Maybe they do have pre-generated names, but once you hit Pirate Legend, you unlock the customizable name.
Yeah, they could do it like, who is it?
Nick.
No, they could do it like Pirates of the Caribbean Online does it.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be too bad.
It wouldn't be, but that creates a problem for
look
us.
who decided to show up.
I mean, it might not, because those are the bitter wind. I mean, it's a pretty common bitter and wind. I mean, I'm
I
sure
don't-
wind will be in there.
Yeah,
Probably.
maybe. Hopefully. I hope. I would really like to see my ship, have a goddamn name for fucking once. It's
Yeah.
been a year and a half now. For Christ's sake, give me a name.
Let me name my ship.
No, you shall go nameless.
But I really hope that the system that they put in is not just kind of like an arena, how when you log in you have the Flaming Jackal and the Golden Chaser and the blah 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 blah, the Lucky Rover. Cool ship names. I don't want to pick from those. I want to if it's something like Pirates Online, I'd be a little more tolerable with generated ship names, because Pirates Online you've got 3 columns where you pick a word out of each of those columns and it creates a ship. Well, I think it's actually 2 columns.
Either way,
Yeah, I don't
yeah,
remember.
that would be okay. But I mean, like I said, what if it was like pre-generated names that you could pick from, and then once you hit Pirate Legend, you can select a
Maybe.
customizable name, which would be another reason why to work up to Pirate Legend.
Yeah. I would be okay with that. I don't want them to take away my my ability to name the Bitter Wind the Bitter Wind.
Yeah, why does your ship have a name? Because they don't have the one I fucking want.
It wasn't available. Will we get a Festival of the Damned 2 this year?
Ooh.
Maybe even better.
Halloween events?
This is the response from the dev. Maybe even better. We loved the lantern mechanic and would love to do more. # new and interesting ways. They really like the new and interesting ways. That's like their motto.
Okay, whatever that means.
Will we ever be able to name our ships with a visible placard? Yes.
Thank you.
God damn, and it's the same dev that answers with yes every fucking time.
That guy's a dickhead. I guess he's trying to fix the leaky ship.
He's a
Okay,
troll.
I'll just give one word answer.
Yep. Yes. True. Agreed. Definitely. Hopefully. Give me something concrete. Let's see here. Forts used to be a real hotspot for PvP. I feel like that's died down a lot since most people don't need Gold Hoarder, Order of Souls, or Merchant Rep as much as they used to. Could you add a barrel to the forts, which included several trophy fish for those working on Hunter's Call? And I don't know if he was necessarily referring to the barrel with fish, but he said yes, definitely will be refreshing forts again soon. You know what I think should happen? I think sinking another ship in arena or in adventure mode should award Sea Dog's rep.
Yeah.
Because you're attacking and sinking another crew.
That'd be fair.
Player versus player, anything should reward Sea Dog's rep. That would make forts real hot again.
Yeah, that would make forts hotspots again too, especially if they add a barrel of fish too.
Or maybe not even all the time in adventure mode, but like if you're on a PvP oriented zone, like if you're in a skeleton ship battle, or you're within the radius of a skeleton fort, or something like that, or you kill somebody who's holding a chest that's about to sell. Something to incentivize. Of course, then
Sea Dogs.
they'll just have people exploit that like they did in Arena, so maybe they won't. People exploited Arena by being buddy-buddy in an arena match and taking turns killing each other for whatever so that they could boost their commendations. So they had to change the matchmaking in Arena.
Well, I mean, it's a game. People are going to game the game.
Will the lantern from Tall Tales 8 or a similar mechanic be used in the future? The answer was yes. You haven't done Tall Tales 8, have you?
Nope.
There's a lantern that illuminates like past ghosts. So you hold the lantern up and it shows you little clips of what happened in the past, and you kind of follow the footsteps of the dead.
That's
it was a
pretty neat.
really neat Tall Tale. You remember that one? It was one of my favorites. Absolute awesome.
That's pretty neat.
And the answer to that question was yes. Will there be a use for empty chests we find on the shores in the near future? Yes. Soon you'll find, and this is the same dev, and I guess he got yelled at for doing one-word answers because he said yes. Soon you'll find gold and objects inside as an emergent reward.
Hey.
Thank you for actually giving us an answer.
Yes.
Yes.
Tell me yes and.
Are there any plans to rework riddle maps? Yes, there's an update soon that uses the collector's chest to make riddles more valuable and gives you some of the gold up front in the chest. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see here. More levels for those of us that have already reached level 10. No, please, no. Please, no.
What was that one?
People want more levels in Athena's Fortune.
No, please.
No, God, please, no.
It takes forever to level that shit up.
Insert Michael Scott meme here. No!
No!
God,
no.
please, no! 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 That would be my reaction if they added another tier of Athena's Fortune levels. So now we're on to, those were new features, I think. Now we're on to new locations. Question, will we ever see the Sea of Five Winds make its way into the game? A South Asian style would be such an amazing addition to the game, and with Sea of Thieves art style, I know it would look fantastic. The answer to that question was just the eyes emoji, like the big eyes emoji.
So I guess that's something they're
That's-
coming out with
That's
soon?
probably something where he's like, no?
Of course not. Why would we ever do something like that?
Sometime next year as free DLC.
The
Let's face it, they got really something big each year.
the thing I'm thinking though with that could cause problems because the moment you add that, you're gonna get a bunch of people that want to see junks, and so you're gonna have to add a new ship. And I just don't know that a junk fits the Sea of Thieves art style.
I mean, you could just you could add all 3 ships as variations in junks.
Here is what I say they should do, and I've said from day one this should be the way they handle ships. To create a variety on the Sea of Thieves, have, when you pick your crew size, have it pick between 1 and 2, 1 to 2 player, 3 player, or 4 player crew. That way, when you get into the game, then it opens up another window and they build ships to cater to those crew sizes. So instead of just having the galleon as a 4-man ship, maybe you have a galleon and a corvette and, a frigate as your 4-man ship. And then you have your 3-man ship, and that can be the brigantine and like a schooner and something else. And then you have a 2-man ship, and you've got different frameworks of ships, but they're still oriented to that same number of crew members so that it's still balanced instead of just adding another ship. Then you could add the junk for each of those ship cosmet or ship types. But I've always thought that would be a fantastic way to diversify the type of ship you see in the Sea of Thieves. Instead of just looking on the horizon and going, yep, that's a brigantine. It's a galleon. Now you could call out different types of ships.
That's probably why they did that, because it would be easy to identify every ship. But I mean, from what you're saying, it would still be you would still have 1-mast, 2-mast, 3-mast ships.
Yeah.
So you could be like, okay, that's a 3-mast. So
right.
Look out for 3 or 4 players.
And hey, Sea of Thieves, we still want a bigger ship than the galleon.
Yeah, that's true. Give us a massive fucking 4-masted
fucking ship of the line.
Yeah, 4-masted ship with like
14 4 decks. It's got a bottom deck, a middle deck, an upper middle deck, and a top deck, and then it's got a captain's quarters, and it's got a whole crew quarters.
It's like a fucking mansion on the water. It's got like 8 cannons per side.
Yeah, it'd be a 6 to 8 person ship. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck finding a crew for that bastard.
Good luck maneuvering that bastard.
Yeah, that thing would be a fucking...
It would have 2 rowboat spots.
It better.
Yeah, it would have to, yeah.
It better. One on either side. Like, instead of it mounting to the back, it's got like little hangers over the top that they mount up on the side.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be really cool.
What if it sat so deep in the water that you had to use the rowboats?
That'd be awesome.
It probably would.
Like, it automatically came with 1 rowboat.
I'm not going to lie to you. I've contemplated trying to roleplay a little bit more immersively in Sea of Thieves and actually, like, anchor out from islands a little bit and use the rowboat to get to islands.
Like you're supposed to in the Devil's Shroud?
Yeah.
But that all went to shit?
Well, the only reason I don't is because in a pinch situation, if there's a ship on the horizon, you all have to get in the rowboat and paddle your way back to the boat, find out how to get the rowboat attached back to the ship, because a lot of the people we play with struggle with such a thing.
And then getting everybody back onto the ship, raising the anchor, and then setting sail.
Oh, I would probably still do the whole thing where the anchor comes up.
Just
for security's sake. Like, in the event that you guys are just taking way too damn long to get back onto the boat, it'd be like, all right, sayonara, you try to stop them, I'm getting the blue blazes out of here.
Have fun, there's mermaids out there.
So I have a simple question. Do you all see the stuff the fans create, like the Frozen Fangs concept, or the Frozen Fangs concept art from KPTN on Art Studio, or just the general things we fans do? The answer to that question was we see everything. We've discussed a lot of new potential world regions, including some ice-themed regions like Frozen Fangs. However, we want to ensure that any new region will enrich the potential gameplay possibilities. I do, however, enjoy exploring the idea of expanding down rather than out. So, maybe we'll see an Arctic area come into play here soon-ish, maybe. That would be fantastic.
But interesting they said expanding down. Would that mean...
As in south. Like...
Is that what he meant? Or did he meant like more subterranean locations and also diving mechanics?
That would be cool.
I would absolutely...
We need a diving bell.
Diving would be
a diving bell. That
fantastic.
would be super neat.
One of the best features in Assassin's Creed 4 was the diving bell. Give us a diving bell. And then create, some shallows that you can actually dive. Not just ships that are kind of levitating in the middle of the ocean and not really sinking. They're just kind of hovering. Mm-hmm. Give us actual shipwrecks on the ocean floor near islands and stuff, or in some shallows that we can use a diving bell and inspect.
That was one of the coolest things about Arcade.
Yeah.
Was the diving. That was so much fun. Even though you didn't get anything.
Are you planning on adding a new region? No plans this year, but exciting potential for the future. I think we'll want to do something very different next time. Wonder what that means.
Who knows? It's a mystery.
Within the art of Sea of Thieves, there's some amazing location pieces and concepts that made up early exploration for the overall game. Locations like the Sea of the Damned and the Sea of Sorrows and the Sea of the Five Winds, which is the Asian, style thing they were talking about. Are there any plans to one day see these areas come into the game in a similar fashion that the Devil's Roar made it in? The answer to that question was we've explored loads of different worlds, items, and options that can be seen in the art book. Some of these will remain in the depth, but others will be emerged from the waters. Take the Gold Hoarder as a prime example. He was on the cover of the book, but waited in the wings for the right time to strike fear in the heart of the pirates of the Sea of Thieves. Okay. I like this. Short. I'm abbreviating this question. Will there be a chapter 2 of Tall Tales? I'm just going to read it. Seeing a tale involving DeMarco and Lassetti would be amazing. DeMarco and Lassetti, for those of you that don't know, are the arena people, the Sea Dogs people that you buy your promotions from and whatnot. More Tall Tales coming. Also love the idea of a Tall Tale or tales that involve the Lessinge siblings. The previous set of Tall Tales helped bring my friends into the game and we're eagerly waiting for the next set. I was wondering if we could hear as to when we could be expecting a new set of Tall Tales.
I assume the one guy answered that one and he said yes.
He said yes, soon-ish.
Neat.
With a winky face.
So we got a 2.5 word response.
Yeah. Well, I would give it 2 3/4 because he did add an emoji.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Are there any secrets in the game that seemingly no one has found? The answer to that question was, there are definitely dots to connect that no one have realized yet.
I wonder what that could be. I have no idea.
Why are the 3 daggers in the Pirate Lord's back? Will we ever learn the truth? You will definitely learn the truth as to what happened there.
He was stabbed in the back.
3 times?
By his 3 crew members?
Wasn't
one of them Briggsy?
I don't think so. I think the Pirate Lord was the first pirate in the Sea of Thieves. Will the Grand Maritime Union see the light of day? Will Flameheart make his debut this month? Flameheart is resting. In terms of the Grand Maritime Union, anyone can come through the Devil's Shroud if they know the route. With a winky face. What is the Grand Maritime Union?
I guess we'll find out.
Oh.
Do the Megalodons know each other, exist, and are they related? Do they know that the other ones exist and are they related? All the Megalodons are from the same subterranean rift, so technically they are a family. Will we ever be able to cook fruit to give an added bonus health so our pirates can be vegetarian or at very least have a meatless Monday? I'm sure we'll do something at this point. Or I'm sure we will do something here at some point. Will there be any changes made to the Devil's Roar cargo runs? I want to grind some Devil's Roar cargo runs for commendations, so I figured I'd ask. No plans on changing those at the time. If you could give a completely confusing hint at a future feature or future update that will cause the community to debate and wonder for months what would it be. This person is a sadist.
Wow.
And the answer was haunting waters with burial chests sails the ashen dragon to long lost rest.
And answers with a riddle as you should in that
God
instance.
damn it. Haunting waters with burial chest sails the ashen dragon to long lost rest.
Ashen Dragon, that sounds like it'd have something to do with Asian stuff.
It very well does, and they've already talked about doing the Sea of the Five Winds. And a burial chest? Haunting waters? Sailing? It's not something I ever thought I'd see in the game.
Sailing?
I know.
I was just waiting for the day whenever they see. You always spawn in on that one island, and there's like the ship there. But I mean, I just thought it was like.
Did I ever tell you about Jared's first time playing that game?
No.
He texted me. He's like, "How do I make the ship go?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "I got on the wheel, but WAS and D aren't making it move."
Oh man. Oh, young lad, you have lots.
And
to
he
learn.
got onto a galleon too, and he was solo. And I'm like, "Why did you get on a galleon?" He's like, "I just wanted to see how the game would work." I'm like, "You need way more people than you to make that work." He's like, "Well, you don't just get on the ship and go." I'm like, "No, you gotta like rig the sails. You gotta make sure they're facing the right direction."
He just hops on the wheel and it's just like.
He's just
you
like,
hit W to move forward, right? No, Jared.
That's
wrong.
"That's wrong." I wonder if that's how everybody starts the game. Like they get in and they're just like,
Yeah, if they haven't seen anything about it before.
they're just getting in and they get on the wheel and all that happens is this, and they're like, "What? Come on!"
I feel like we caught on really fast.
Well, because we knew what to expect to an extent, because we'd been following the game for a while. Will we find out more about the captain that Flameheart mentions in the Tales of the Sea of Thieves book? The answer to that question was yes. One word that describes the following months for the Sea of Thieves. Well, guess who answered that question? Mike Chapman, the one who's been using one word to answer all of his questions.
Great.
And the one word that describes the following months for the Sea of Thieves was awakening.
Thought he was gonna say yes.
Yes. One word that describes the Sea of Thieves. Yes. But yes. But
We should call him Yes Man.
yes, man. Cosmetics and pets. How often do you think you'll be adding new things to add in the Pirate Emporium? Plan is to add it on a monthly basis in each monthly update. Good. I like this. Fresh content to buy and drain my wallet every month. Look, I will gladly spend money in the Pirate Emporium. I will probably spend more money in the Pirate Emporium than fucking Rockstar could ever dream of getting out of me for shark cards. You want to know why? Because the content that I'm buying in the Pirate Emporium is actually meaningful and not a complete total gimmick cash grab.
Are you sure?
Yes. I'm going to justify every purchase I make. I'm going to have a pet. It'll probably be a parrot, and I'm going to name that motherfucker Teague. You want to know why?
Why?
Pirates of the Caribbean reference. Biatch.
Yeah, calm down.
If I can name pets. I don't even know if you can name pets.
I mean, I don't know if it'll have a name to it. It might just say.
I will be disappointed if it has
it
a
might
name.
just say
Parrot.
Yeah, Les Paul upset, or it might just say Les Paul Assessor's pet, and then you just call it whatever the fuck you want. Yeah, his name's Tit Hat.
Come here, Tit Hat. Come here.
Come here, Tit Hat. I'm gonna give you a banana.
No, I'd imagine it'd probably be something like World of Warcraft did. They'd have the name of the pet, and then underneath it, in parentheses, the owner.
Probably.
I think they could probably do that pretty easily.
But I better be able to have some form of a name for it. Like I'm gonna be mad if it's just fucking Les Paul Obsession's parrot, or Les Paul Obsession's monkey.
You'll get to name it when you can name the ship.
Well, we're never going to be able to name pets. People who have been playing the game since launch are amassing large quantities of gold. Here we go. This is what started it for GTA 5, and now they're starting it here. Are there plans to give more ways to spend your gold? It has lost much of its value since some players risk the element of finding it, and players risk the element of finding it and trading it has diminished. Yes, in the short term, we're adding the black market as a new way to acquire cosmetics, but there will be much more impactful ways in the future. We totally see the reality of large gold wallets currently, especially for players who already have their favorite cosmetics. We want to add completely new reasons to spend gold that enrich the experience, not just be more cosmetics. This is fine. I appreciate that answer. However, if their new ways to enrich the game are spending 600,000 gold on something unnecessary, and they start taking the Rockstar route, which, to be completely honest, I really doubt they'll do. I have not seen Rare do anything that's led me to believe they're going to get like that. But if they do that, I will be devastated. Will the black market cosmetics be priced high enough to incentivize players to fight over Reaper's chests? We believe so, and the doubloon reward from the Reaper's chests will be going up as well. Ooh.
Ooh. Excellent.
Are there any plans on having different colored top bandages for the ladies? We have lots of new clothing updates to be tailored by the team at the moment, and yes, colored bandages are among the things that are part of it. Will we see any new curses in the future? Would absolutely love some skeletal curses or some of the mermaids' curses. We've explored a whole range of cool curses, from the Pirates of the Order of Soul's Eyes, Gold Hoarder's Curse, and many others. We haven't exhausted them yet. I can't wait to see players' adventures with the others. Boy, that'd be... What if you could get like a barnacle-y curse, like the Davy Jones crew, the Flying Dutchman? They're all kind of barnacle-y and crap. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be neat.
Or like semi-dead, like not quite skeleton, but like almost zombified.
Yeah.
You turn skeletonish at night.
Yeah, totally not ripping off Pirates of the Caribbean
Why the
at
fuck
all.
Not? Why the fuck not?
We are definitely... This is an original idea. It is just a coincidence that it is so similar to the movie.
Hey, I doubt Disney copyrighted it, so whatever. Of course, knowing Disney, they probably copyrighted it.
It's gonna be the curse of the gray marble.
The curse of the gray marble. There was a bag of 500 gray marbles, and we stole them and sold them off, and until we get all of them back in the bag, we're cursed. Yeah, back here in the bag, isn't that just the curse of Aztec gold, but different? No, it's the same. It's different, completely, because
It's totally
you see
different, because this one, it's marbles.
it's marbles and it came out of a bag. The Aztec gold were gold coins that came out of a chest.
Yeah, but I was thinking more of in terms of like the movie title, The Curse of the Black
Yeah.
Pearl, The Curse of the Gray Marble.
Sea of Thieves, the Curse of the Gray Marble expansion. For clothing, is it possible we could get general pirate clothing that doesn't belong to a set? We're looking at adding in more general pirate clothing and actually having some work being done right now. We also love the idea of more ways for players to roleplay as pirates in the world with clothing.
So something like Sailor 2.0 sets of clothing.
Joe Neat is such a fucking Sea of Teas master. What do you think of the idea of having Pirate Legend exclusive pets and pet cosmetics? Not new pet models, just legendary colorings of existing pet models. Joe Neat says this is actually a pretty nice idea. We'll discuss.
We'll discuss. Nice.
I'll bring it up in the next meeting.
I want more badass tattered clothing. I would like more badass tattered plain sails.
Tattered planes.
I love the Pirate Legend sails. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like the Bitter Wind
They're
looks
also
way
very
more
loud.
ominous if it's just black sails.
Yeah.
If I could get black sails with tears in them, please, for the love of God, I will be the happiest person in the world. That is the only thing I want on that ship. That and cannons that match it. Because there is not a set in the game that matches anything that I use.
Yeah. Just have some rusticated black cannons with dark wooden
Yeah.
holders.
Is there ever going to be an opportunity to re-roll our pirate's appearance but keep our items? Yes, was the answer.
Yeah, finally.
Some of us can be fat boys.
Again.
Again.
Or change it back or whatever.
Uh,
I may not have to have a giant mustache to cover my stupid looking face.
We're going to have to be careful, though, because what if you can shuffle genders? Then I'm going to have to rewrite all of the stuff for certain people in the lore, because Monkey at the moment is a female.
I mean, all you have to do is change all references from her to him.
That's going to be a pain in the ass. It's not quite as easy as you think.
I guess technically in the
Control
game I'm gender
F,
fluid.
change.
Well, yeah, but sometimes I'm referencing him or her and people that aren't just the character, one of the main characters. Like, I would have to read context around the him or her or he or she to ensure that I'm changing the right him, her, he, she.
Yeah.
I do sometimes dress as a lady in the game.
I think that makes you
Very-
a cross-dresser because I'm
very
pretty sure
pretty
you're not
lady.
gender fluid.
Very ugly woman.
John says, I don't know. Fog with the Athena's glow mark. Only thing seen is pretty badass. Yes, but fog with nothing being seen until the ship just emerges from, the fog. That seems more terrifying to me. And, you can kind of hide yourself in a storm with just black sails and no glowy things, no glowy bits. But you can't hide anything with the Pirate Legend sails. You cannot hide at all.
Unless you want to pull up the main mast.
Yeah.
No,
so
it's on the
pull up-
fore and mizzen as well.
Yeah,
They all
yeah,
have
sorry.
glowy bits.
You have to pull up all the sails.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, there's no way to hide.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've hidden in a storm before.
We did with the
That was back when I think it was just some dark colored sails and a non-glowy figurehead.
it was a dark colored sails. It did have the glowing eyes on the. We used the Megalodon, the hungering one figurehead.
Yeah, but it doesn't glow as bright as the unicorn.
No, it doesn't. Well, the unicorn horn glows.
Yeah,
but-
pretty freaking bright.
And then we also used the Shark Hunter hull. That was the original Bitter Wind setup, like the OG Bitter Wind.
Yeah, because it was the first time we got good-looking, black pattern stuff.
And I still think that I used to really, really want the Athena's level 10 figurehead, the ghost figurehead holding the lantern, but I kind of like the obsidian figurehead more. You don't think so? I really like the obsidian
You
figurehead.
don't like this skeleton holding a lantern?
I
That's why
do.
it's
I
fucking
really think that's cool.
badass. It's so cool.
But I have to get to level 10 Athena with that.
You're like level 8 or 9.
I'm 9.5.
You're getting there. You're getting there.
Yeah, I only have to work at it for another 6 months, and I might finally get there.
Yeah. When was the last time you did an
Until
actual
then, we can
Athena's
use the
run?
obsidian.
There's a reason I haven't done them.
Yeah, I know.
Because they're miserable.
Yeah. Although, granted, they do have other options now, so it's not.
Well, the barrels are not an option anymore. That was temporary.
I thought you could sell other stuff still.
The Dark Relics, you can sell the Ritual Skulls, but the Ritual Skulls are temporary because it's part of the Dark Relics voyage. It seems like every new batch of voyages they add, though, they give you the ability to sell one of the new items to the Mysterious Stranger, but we're talking like an invisible amount of rep when I get it. Like, I hear it move, but I don't see it. Like, I hand it in and I hear, but the little thing pops up and the thing doesn't move.
Going back to the new things that they could add that I think would be cool. What if they added a chance to encounter evil mermaids in the fog?
I think that's actually something they've discussed. Because, according to Sea of Thieves lore, I know we really don't read up on it, but there's actually quite a bit out there. Merfolk, are what they're called, were actually inhabiting the Sea of Thieves before humans did. Like, they're actually there. The ones that help you are some of them, but there are also others that are evil. Like, there's actually artwork in the art for Sea of Thieves that depicts evil mermaids.
More evidence for expanding down, meaning diving.
True dat. That would be really cool. I'm telling you, man, tons of stuff that they could do. And that's one thing I absolutely love about that game is it is changing all the time. There's always something new to do. I mean, next month we're getting pets. They've said that. We're getting the banjo next month. Finally.
Finally. God damn it. Some new shanties.
In the future. Apparently one that's already sort of been teased at and released. I don't know what piece that is. And we actually managed to talk about Sea of Thieves the whole podcast. I feel like we've not talked for an hour, but we have. We've actually talked for an hour and 6 minutes. So we're going to go find food. Tonight is campaign night for the role-playing game.
Oh, fuck.
So...
Well, welcome to my brother's world.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, we're playing today.
Let me whip something up an hour before.
So,
At least you're not in his position where, he's got all these grand cogs ticking, and it's just like, okay, the fate of the whole entire multiverse is in order.
And
oh,
then,
shit, I forgot to plan.
And then he forgets to plan for our fuck-ups.
Yeah, so you'll be able to witness Nick gruesomely torturous once more.
Hey, last time, that was all you all.
Not me. Do not pin the blame on me.
Yeah,
Tweedledee and Tweedlegandhi both got all messed up.
Yeah, fucking
it was
Nate's
probably
over there
75% Nate.
Every time
over
I
his
would fix
goddamn
problems, Nate would undo them, and I would try to fix it again, and then Gandhi would undo it or make it worse.
Yeah, and Nate's over here fucking tripping on his own feet, stabbing himself.
Gandhi shot me in the back. Nate cut himself. He tripped. He got spit on by a snake. He fell in the water.
God damn, Nate.
I'm just imagining what that must have looked like in the game. Like, imagine the Sea of Thieves art style. You just see...
I probably would have looked like I was drunk, but I wasn't.
You just see some big dude running around. I'm gonna find the treasure. Trips, falls. I stab myself in the tummy. And he stands up and he starts walking again. And he trips and he falls and he gets spit on by a snake. He's like, ah! And then he stands back up.
And gets back to the boat and then falls out of the boat.
Gets up to the ladder and he thinks he's got a grab, so he lets his feet off the ladder and he falls right back into the water. Yeah, so you'll be able to tune into all of that nonsense. But yeah, we're going to go find something to eat because I'm starving and I'm pretty sure everybody else here is. So we will be back around 8 or 8:30 with the Sea of Thieves role-playing game. So stay tuned and we'll see you all in a little bit.